In this video, I will share 20 habits that increase my productivity with 500%. Let's get into it. Turning one day into 3 days. So normally you have one day, you do your work, and then the end of the day you quit because you're out of energy. With this method I turn my day into 3 days. So I have three energy boosts which start me off good for every part of the day. So I start the morning with a cold shower and a cup of coffee, which makes me ready for the first part of the day with a lot of energy. And then when I finish that part, I break it up again by or an exercise or walking outside to give me some energy for the second part of the day because I feel like a new person again. And then later in the day, we have dinner, of course, kids to bed, and then I'll repeat the same a workout, walk outside, breathing exercises, which gives me an energy boost for the third part of the day. So I feel reborn again. So I have three moments during one day where I feel energized and I'm ready to produce. Working out or exercising, it's not only very healthy and good for you, but it also gives you an energy boost. All the endorphins that are released in your body makes you feel good and also more productive. So another advantage to exercising is that it sets you up for good sleep, and good sleep is needed for you to be energized. Taking cold showers. And there are two aspects to this. One aspect is the mindset part. When you start off your day with a cold shower, you start right away with doing something hard, and that sets you up for the rest of the day. Another aspect is the health aspect. There are now tons of studies coming out that cold shower or cold exposure are really beneficial to your health. I made another video about that, which I will link down in the description. Drinking coffee. Drinking coffee really helps you being more productive. I experienced this firsthand when I decided to quit coffee for a few weeks. And I can tell you, it really reduces your productivity because you don't feel like working anymore or being productive. I made a video about this experience and I will share that down in the description. Drinking a lot of water. Only the slightest sign of dehydration can already decrease cognitive functions and memory functions of the brain by a lot. So you need to drink at least 2 liters of water every day. And if you're training or working out, it's even more. I made a video about this, covering this in more detail, which you can find in the description. Intermittent fasting. This basically means that you reduce your food intake moments during the day. So, what I do is I just skip breakfast and I don't eat anymore after 8 o'clock in the evening. This gives me a fasting window of 16 hours. And these windows are very beneficial for your health, your blood values, no more after lunch dips. Those belong to the past when you start intermittent fasting. Time box your to dos and put them in your agenda. This way, you have a good overview of what needs to be done and all the time you actually have left to do things. And another thing is that you really should commit to those time boxes. Even if it's too much work and you didn't finish the task, make sure you just go to the next one. Because this way, you learn that you cannot overcommit and put too much work in time that's not realistic. And that's really important because if you keep doing that, you won't have time to complete the other stuff you need to finish. Habit stacking. Habit stacking is actually, as the name already reveals, is stacking good habits. So, for example, when you're working out, you can listen to an audiobook. When you're going for a walk, you can pick up your kids along the way. There's a lot of combinations that you can think of. And the only thing that you need to do is take some time to think what are those things I could stack up. If you do that, you can save yourself a lot of time. Pick a few moments during the day that you react to notifications on your phone. There's this principle called deep work by Cal Newport that basically states that you need a few hours of focus of deep work to really concentrate. And notifications on a phone is really distracting. And also, the other part is that it makes you reactive. So you react to things instead of being proactive by and choosing it yourself. So when you pick those moments, on one hand, you get proactive by choosing when you respond to the notifications, and on the other hand, it won't disrupt you in your focus moments and in your work. So pick a few moments during the day that you respond to notifications. Pick 5 tasks a day, including family, work, and health. And the main benefit of this is that it isn't too much to do it every day, so you're able to be consistent. And consistency is key. And 5 tasks is really doable during one day. If you do more, you run into the chance of not doing it anymore. And if you do less, it may be not enough. So if you think about it, 5 tasks a day is more than 1,500 tasks a year. Planning ahead your next day during the evening before. This is really good practice, and also it gives you ease of mind. And ease of mind will make you sleep better. And sleeping is one of the most important things for you to feel rested and motivated and be productive. Sleeping is very important. When the night comes and it's time to sleep, you want to be able to sleep. But if you're really working till late, watching Netflix, playing video games, your mind will be really active and you cannot sleep. So, one way to do this is to cut down all the screens, all the active stuff 1.5 hour before you want to sleep. This way, you give your brain some time to wind down and you'll be able to sleep and also be tired when you want to sleep. If you want to uh, get more rest when you feel really active and you want to sleep, you can try some breathing exercises to calm you down. Reading. Reading puts your mind in a constant mode of learning. It connects new pathways, it improves memory, and even may help you to live longer since it reduces stress levels and prevents cognitive decline. It's not about motivation. Remember that one project that you were so excited about and you were really enthusiastic and just started running and executing, and only to find out that a few weeks later the motivation is gone? This is the thing that happens with motivation, because it's not about motivation. It may be there to get you started, but the key is to be consistent and do that on a daily basis. When you are consistent on a daily basis, you are making progress. Don't wait for the right moment to execute, because surprise, there will never be a right moment. So when you want to do something, when you have something in your mind, start doing it right away and don't wait for the perfect circumstances to appear, because it will never happen. It's not about being perfect. A lot of times people stop producing or throwing their ideas into the world because they want it to be perfect. And wanting it to be perfect is only holding you back, because it will never be perfect. Focus on getting going and starting with something, and down the road, you can focus on making it better. And remove social media from your phone. Scrolling on social media is one of the biggest time consumers. It's a real waste of time and it's really something you don't want to do. So, a good thing is to make that as hard as possible for yourself by removing it from your phone. Write down everything. Your mind is not created to store things. So when you come up with an idea or you need to remember something, write it down right away. When you do this, you'll notice that your mind becomes really clear and you can fall back on the things you have written down. But make sure that the things you are writing down, you also know how to find back. Build a system. So, for example, taking notes and ordering them on a certain way is a system for yourself. Doing 5 tasks a day is a system. Putting them into your calendar and reflecting on that is also a system. Make sure that you have a few systems in place that you can fall back to so everything happens in a structured way and doesn't appear to be random. So when you have a system, you can always fall back to that system. Also, when you don't feel like doing much and you're not really in a good place, the system can help you to know what you're supposed to do, and that really helps. Working from home is really productive. You have no travel time and commute time to get to the office, and you can have meetings back to back if you want, and even schedule in some productive time. This is something that makes you really, really fast and you can execute a lot. But don't fall into the trap of just working from home because getting social and in contact with people is also good for you. After these 20 habits, I have one bonus tip for you, and that is do less and focus more because we tend to focus on a lot of shiny things, and spreaded focus is not really good. We want that laser focus. So, when you focus on one thing, it might feel counterproductive, but when you focus on one thing, you will make progress a lot quicker. So that was it for this video. I hope you liked it. Do you have some habits as well that make you more productive? If so, let me know down in the comments. And if you like this video, then please don't forget to like and subscribe.